Okay, we are writing the piecewise defined function. So we have to be able to write our own function. I give you the graph, you have to find the equation of the line, and you have to tell me the domain for each little piece. So let's do that first. So I know that I have an equation, so I'm going to have y equals, and then I'll have all of this stuff over here, and then I have a domain. So I start on the left, and this is saying all the negative numbers up to this number right here. What is that? That's -5, right? Because if these are counting evens, 2, 4, 6, 8, right in the middle would be -5. So this is saying all of the values are less than or equal to -5. Now I know it's equal to because it's a solid dot. Now look, this one starts at the same place, -5, and it goes to -2. So the next one is going in between. It's all the numbers in between -5 and -2. And there's open circles on both ends, so there's no equal to there, right? And then this one starts at -2 and goes to the right forever. So we're going to say all the numbers greater than or equal to -2. So see, we did the domain of this already. The domain of this line, the domain of this line, and the domain of this line. Right? Now, what's the equation? Well, anytime you have a horizontal line, it's always just y equals the number. So what number are we at? We're at +6. So y equals +6 is the equation of the line that starts at -5 and then goes to the left forever and ever and ever and ever. Right? So what's the equation of this line? Well, now your little calculator is going to come in very, very handy. Right? Because we need the equation of the line, and we know lines go forever and ever, but this one is just a little tiny piece of a line. So, do I know where it starts and where it stops? Yes, I do. So I'm going to turn on my calculator, and I'm going to go to my Stat button, which is right here. Whoops. And I'm going to go to my Edit. There we go. And I'm going to put the X number for this dot in the first column, and then the Y number in the second column. So the X numbers for each of the dots go in the first column. So -5 is that first dot, and -2 is that second dot. And then on this side, I'm going to put the Y values. So this Y value is +9, and the other one is +6. So 9, enter, 6, enter. Now, the reason I did that, and you're going to be so happy you have a TI-84 calculator, because it'll find the equation of the line automatically. Yes, sir. Once you have two dots, you have to have an X and a Y. So this is the first dot, and that's the second dot. You go ahead and you hit the Stat button. And then you go over to Calculate, which is the second one. And then I want a linear regression, which is right here, number 5. Now, on different calculators, it might be number 4. It could be number 5. So just be careful and pick the right one. So this one is linear regression. It says linear regression. I'm going to hit enter. All right? And so off we go. And it tells me the the value. So look, it says ax plus b. Now I wish, like all get out, that they had written mx plus b, because that would have made more sense. But they didn't. So negative 1x plus 4 is the equation of this graph right here. So I could write that. Negative 1x plus 4. Ta-da! Y equals that. That's this line that goes, that's this line right here that starts at negative 5 and stops at negative 2. Now we need the equation of this other line. Where does it start? It starts at negative 2, 0. Can we name another dot there? Well, look, there's a dot right there. That looks like 2, 2. There's another dot right here that looks like 6, 4. So we got all sorts of dots there we can choose. All we need is 2. So let's write the equation. So remember what you do. You go to Stat, and then you go to Edit, which is the first thing. And now the numbers that we put in there earlier are still there. So if I want to get rid of them, I'm just going to go up, hit clear, and then come down again. And they go away. So I'm going to do it again. Go up, hit clear, go down again. Now, remember, the x numbers go in first. So this one starts at negative 2. And then, where was another dot? There was a dot right here that was positive 2. Right? And there's another dot over here. If you want, you can put all 3 dots in there. You don't have to. And then that's the x values. The y values, negative 2 was at 0. So I'm going to put 0 in there. And then 2, the y value was 2. Okay. So now I have the equation of this line, because all I have to do is just hit Stat, over 1 to calculate, and then on my calculator you got to go down to number 4 or number 5. On different ages of calculator, this is an old one, on different ages of calculators you might go down to number 4 and it'll say Lin Reg. It has to say Lin Reg or it doesn't work. Okay, ax plus b, that's what it's telling me. So this says 1/2, the slope is 1/2, and the y-intercept is 1. So right here I'm going to write 1/2, and I can use decimals or I can use, doesn't matter, 1/2 of x plus 1. Now that's the equation of this thing right here. So I've done everything that it asked me to do. It said write the definition. So I have the domain that uses this left line. I have the domain for the center line. And I have the domain for the right line. I have the equation for all the lines. So I'm done. Yay! Let's do it again. We'll do number 4. Okay? Let's clean out all this stuff. Oh, maybe we can do it all at once. Can I? Yeah, well, almost. Almost. Yeah, we'll get rid of all that stuff. Okay, now let's do number 4. So number 4, oops, I need a pencil, don't I? Number 4 still has this, still has this, still has this. Woohoo! Now then, the horizontal line is right in the middle. So if I want the equation of the horizontal line, that's easy. Well, first we're going to do the domain. I'm sorry. So we start with the domain. Where does this one start? Negative 2 and goes to the left. So everything's smaller than negative 2. And this one starts at negative 2. Oh, silly me. Did you see what I did? I have equals on this one, and it's not supposed to be there. There we go. There we go. Now we're cooking with gas. Okay, back to my pencil. So this one's an open circle. That means it has to be less than. This one's closed dots. So these are both less than or equal to. So this x value is negative 2. This x value is positive 3. There we go. And then this one starts at 3 and goes to the right forever, right? Because then I'm using 4, 5, 6, 7, all those numbers. So once again, I need the equation of the line. So I need my calculator. So let's see if we can figure it out. So I go to Stat. I go to Edit. And remember, to clean that out, I go up, hit Clear, go down. Go up, hit Clear, go down. Now I'm ready to put the dots in. So this one is negative 2, positive 2. And what's this one? This one's negative 4, 0. And this one's negative 6, negative 2. Right? So you can use any of these dots. It doesn't, you have to have 2. I mean, you can have 3 or 4, but the minimum is 2. So I'm going to start with this dot right here, negative 2. So I'm going to put in negative 2 and negative 4. We'll go with that one. All right. Now then, negative 2, the y value is positive 2, so I hit 2. 0, the y value is 0. Negative 4, the y value is 0. Now I'm ready for my equation. So I hit Stat, go over 1 to calculate, and this time I'm going down to ln reg. Okay, what's the equation of the line? Y equals 1x plus 4. So this one is 1x plus 4. Yay! Y equals 1x plus 4. That's the equation of this line right here. Okay? Now, how about this horizontal line? Well, we know horizontal lines are just y equals a number. What number is it equal to? Well, it looks like it's equal to negative 3, right? This line down here is 4. That line up there is 2. So in between 4 and 2 would be negative 3. Y equals negative 3. And then what about this other one? So this value looks like 3, 6. So that one's 3, 6. Here's a dot right here. That dot is 6, 0. So let's use those 2 dots. So go back to my calculator, and I guess we need to scoot it over so we can see our 2 dots. Go to Stat, go to Edit, clean that out, hit Clear, go down, go up, hit Clear, go down, over. Okay. Now then, what's this dot right here? It is positive 3, positive 6. So I'm going to put the 3 in. And then, let's see, 2, 4, 6, and I'm going to put the 6 in. So I'm putting the x values in the first column. That's the way you have to do it. Now, what's the y value for this one? It was 6. Oh, I put 6 there. What's the y value for this one? That's 0. Boom. All right, so now I have everything I need. If I go to Stat, over to Calculate, down to ln reg. Ln reg, that's what you're looking for, ln reg. This one is negative 2x plus 12. So I write negative 2x plus 12. Negative 2x plus 12. Now that's the equation of this line right here. This line is negative 2x plus 12. So if I pick a value, like say I pick 5, where would 5 be? Well, I have to put 5 in here because 5 isn't between these two numbers, and 5 is not smaller than negative 2, right? So if I wanted to know what's the value of this at 5, I'd plug 5 into this bottom one. If I want to know what's the value at 2, at positive 2, well, positive 2 is not bigger than 3. Positive 2 is in between here. So I know that when positive 2 goes in, the y value is negative 3. And then if I pick like negative 5 or something, negative 5 is a number that's smaller than negative 2, so I'd put negative 5 in here, and I'd be able to find my value. That's the whole shebang. You should be able to do today's homework.